Oh, it's about time. I want to play this game for years. Now, capability of live streaming it. Shouldn't be any hang-ups or hold-ups or anything like that, so. Hello, everybody. So, my take on the Stop Killing Games initiative. Now, what I heard, it is a European European petition. So, whether it comes on over here, it's anyone's guess, but anyway. European Citizens Initiative is open. They got 1.3 million votes already. Look at that. Clearly want this thing to pass. So that's good. That's good. That's a very good thing. Cameras are. There we go. Anyway, Stop Killing Games is a consumer movement started to challenge the legality of publishers destroying video games they have sold to customers. An increasing number of video games are sold effectively as goods with no stated expiration date. They're designed to be completely unplayable as soon as support for the publisher ends. This practice is a form of planned obsolescence and not only detrimental to customers, but makes preservation effectively impossible. Furthermore, the legality of this practice is largely untested in many countries. Over the past year, we successfully escalated the complaints on this problem to consumer agencies in France, Germany, and Australia, and have brought forth petitions for new law on this problem in various countries. The list of the actions they can take can be reviewed here. As of 2025, most consumer action on this matter is concluded, and we are awaiting decisions on it from several governments. However, there's remaining avenues left where people can participate in reality. Petition UK, Europe. AIDS and ranting options unfortunately exclude citizens from the countries from participating directly, but all other options we've found are either exhausted or already underway. It is worth stating that if there is success on this issue in a major country, customers will likely benefit from changes globally due to market forces. While it can be frustrating to be unable to act in other countries, most effective action is to spread the word on these initiatives so they are eligible to sign. If you wish to prevent video games from being destroyed so no one can ever play them again, please tell others about these initiatives. We are not currently seeking funding for Stop Killing Games. Any claims of fundraising activities are in our name or fraudulent, please contact us directly at the address in Congress of Claims. Then you can join the Discord. So yeah, I think the only people that would pretty much complain about this would be game developers. So that's why some indie game developers are complaining. Yeah, I already pointed that out. That one of them is complaining. I'm not even going to bring them up because that's a whole other can of worms. So, one thing I did want to question about, not necessarily a concern, just kind of curious, like, let's go to Steam and go to I'm not going to show my feed. There we go. Project Cars 2, the game I'm playing tonight. Collection edition. Wasn't too sure if I had it, but I do have season pass and pass bonus. I got all the DLC. Now, another concern about that. Since this game has been taken off the storefront, what about DLC? Everything's gonna have to be backed up on a server, and I really think that's the one way of doing it, is to have uh, basically a repository for games they no longer can sell. This one is a bit of a doozy, because the only reason they removed it off the storefront is because of licensing. The cars, the tracks, they're all fully licensed, and then license expires. There's a reason why a lot of racing games couldn't get Porsche for the longest time. Oh, looky there. There's a Porsche. You know, this is one of those games that happen to have it. Ferrari, that's a toughie. Ferrari doesn't even want their stuff out there. So once the license expires, what then? It's got to be put in a repository. It's not just game developers that aren't for this initiative. It's also the companies that license the product in the game. It doesn't. Oh man, I'm thinking. I'm racking my brain trying to figure out why expiring a license Gran Turismo 4 doesn't have this problem. That's everybody's favorite racing game to go to. Like, all the Gran Turismos, because they're on physical media, they don't have this problem. But you put physical media, you put a game to physical media, okay. We still have a problem about that, of maintaining physical copies, but also that's it. All you get is the game, and then any additional DLCs that weren't released when that game came out. Uh-oh. Where are those going to go? Those have to be digital only. And everybody's worried. Oh, what about server spaces? What about server spaces? That was Pirate Software's biggest complaint, is like, oh, they got to hold live service open. Server space is not that difficult to come by. Cheap? Depends on how much bandwidth you want, but people are still playing classics. They're still Doom. You can go on there. You can. Sandronum has multiplayer features. It's basically GZ Doom with better multiplayer support. Unreal Tournament. There are still multiplayer servers. Oh, and you want to talk about something here, okay? Now, it was on here. I've got it. And we'll go to the store. I got to do this manually. Do it for safety factor, because I don't know what all is going to pop up. All right, how you spell Unreal? Unreal Tournament Game of the Year edition, store page. Okay. Oh. Oh, wait. Okay. All right. Game of the Year edition. This is so fucked up. I got it on Steam. I have this game. It is, yeah, already in my Steam library. I've got this. Need to stream it since I've got it. There is no licensed product in here. I think that's just got to do with Epic Games or something. This is. This is it. Like, what? Okay, so guess what? You go on online, you could probably find it. I don't know about physical copy. Any DLCs? Gone to the ether. So if this game has any DLCs, gone now. Steam Deck compatibility, playable. This right here, this will tell you if your Linux build is capable of playing this game here, because Linux is still kind of struggling to do some Steam integration. There's some Linux distros that have dedicated Steam play, but that's just another thing. You switch operating systems. Windows could render these games unplayable. Windows itself becomes that much harder to be able to play the game. I think it's going to have to be a community effort. Good old games, now, they tend to maintain the games, and from what I heard, I haven't really used good old games that much, but from what I heard is it doesn't require DRM like Steam does. If I play this right now, it's got to go through Steam. Like, I can't just pop it in and play it. No, it's got to go through Steam, so I can't just play this on Windows 7. I could play it on Steam through Proton. If I want to play on Linux, and I don't know, this is a bit of a mess. Yeah, these games are going away. That's just one of the concerns, but licensing is quite another. How many games have licensed assets? Pepsi, Nokia, Jeep. Tomb Raider Legend has Jeep and Ducati. Oh, license expired. Take it off the storefront. They wouldn't. They wouldn't. Still here. You can't tell me it's licensing, especially for games that are still supported. Do you realize how old Assetto Corsa is? They haven't released anything. Still available. 2014. You can still buy it. You know what it is? It wasn't licensing. Don't believe that shit for a minute. It wasn't licensing. I'll tell you exactly what it is. The studios got bought out. Slightly Mad Studios got bought out. Gone. Done. Got bought out by EA. I made a short about it. Boom. As soon as that happened, Well, now the licensor, yeah, now it's expired because now you got to go through. So video games are lost to time because studios get bought out. Westwood Studios, Maxis, Raven. How many of them are owned by bigger conglomerates? Even bigger subsidiaries. You know, they're subsidiary of a bigger corporation on top of that. What was it, Nvidia Universal? And then the communications companies buy them up. Universal, and would it still be Time Warner? Paramount. Yeah. You want to see a game disappear? There you go. It gets bought out by a communications company. Studio gets bought out by communications company. That's it. It's gone. It's done. And a lot of the stuff you're just going to see, oh, we're going to remake it 20 years down the line. Say, look, we remake. What did we do with Tomb Raider? Oh, look, we remade it. Same assets, same engine. You know the only difference that they did? Oh, it's maybe the lighting changed. Yeah, a little bit. And some texture work here. But notice that step? It's the exact same step in the original. Same. We remastered it by literally taking the engine, probably putting it in Tomb Editor, a fancy, just a fancy engine. It's gonna be some version of Tomb Editor. They tweaked it to where now it can use high resolution textures and they put models in. There you go. What happened to her? Oh, developer still Crystal Dynamics. I can't get mad at Crystal Dynamics because they did make the Legacy series, the Legacy trilogy of Tomb Raider. Core Design and IDOS are under Crystal Dynamics. So yeah, it's a matter of I guess saving these games before the studios get bought out, because once the studio gets bought out, then the rights are gone, and good luck. You're not going to recover any of the games. It ain't going to happen. Oh yeah, sure, okay, yeah. We bought the studio. We bought the studio specifically for this IP, Lara Croft, for example. We bought her so we can have the rights to her. Oh, you want the classic trilogy? You want to just release the old games? Nah, bruh. Nah, we're making too much money off of that. Here you go. 4, 5, and 6. Oh, and guess what? You're gonna love this. Let's see here. Tomb Raider. Let's go 1. Yeah, there we go. There you go. There's a remastered. Oh, look, Tomb Raider 2, Tomb Raider 1, Tomb Raider 3 is in there too. And I think the worst part about it is they didn't even give you the Lost Artifact like DLC, even though this is supposed to be the PC port. and it's still here. This is the 100% original. So you tell me. Who has the rights to this? Who gets the money from this? Because if they're keeping the originals here, who's getting the money? Steam, yeah, but it's got to be going someplace else. Is it going to the developers? And you got to realize how much she's worth. She is the Mickey Mouse of video games. Okay. Once her copyright or IP, whatever, once it lapses, it becomes public domain. Are they going to let her go public domain? Most likely not. It's a mess. It is an absolute mess. We got games on here from Square Enix. We got games on here from Aspire. That's just Lara Croft. Other games, and that might make some other people mad. Oh, the obscure classics that nobody cares about because not everybody liked them. Some people liked them. Siphon Filter. Lost the time. We are getting a Soul Reaver. Remastered. So, yeah, it's already up. And, 1 and 2 remastered, but where's Defiance? What about Kane, We get Blood Omen 2? Do we get Blood Omen 1? Hmm. Mm-mm. Currently, the way to save games so far has been developers buying rights. We ain't got that kind of money. Collectively, maybe it could possibly work. Maybe. But that's still a lot of money to buy IPs. Mm-mm-mm. Hexen's still on here. Pack, Hexen 2. Okay, so that's still there. Raven Software. I'm spelling it right. Well, it ain't gonna be on there. There, yeah, that's what I put. I'm a fucking moron. Right there it is. Oh. Okay, so Heretic and Hexing are still there. Okay, here's Raven Software. Medieval's getting one. They're getting a re-release. I don't even want to think about it. I don't want to think about them just holding games just to re-release them with enhanced graphics or gameplay. Not even gameplay. Seriously, don't kid yourself. Maybe some tweaks to the engine to make it at least a little bit better playing experience. Mm-mm. Mm. But all the other games that don't get saved, all that shareware. I mean, how many games do you remember from the 90s that were just shareware only? And then you had to, got that game, but to buy the full version, you had to send $40 to some guy. Oh man, you want to talk about how old classic games were? Mail in. Yeah. Submit payment. Oh my god. It's it drives you absolutely fucking bonkers to realize how many good games are out there that are completely lost to time, gone. You thought that games from 2000s were written? No, DOS games. How many thousands, if not millions, of DOS games lost to time? Old Windows games that you cannot play today because 16-bit architecture, you're going to have to emulate them. Nobody does that. Alpha Waves, one of the first 3D video games, early DOS. We got Alpha Waves. I know. Save that. Yeah. There's a Windows game I used to play called Old Trash. I'll have to stream it sometime, but guess how I'm going to have to do it? Virtual machine, or ironically, and I'm not kidding about this, I will probably do it this way. Stream it through Linux. Yeah. It's got OBS. Slap a profile on there. And Wine can play 16-bit and 32-bit programs. Yep. And it's not an emulator. It's just an API caller, so yeah, it's not even emulating. It's literally playing. I don't even know how it works. It's pulling miracles out of its ass that it can play 16-bit games natively on an operating system it wasn't built for. You want to do classic gaming? You want to do classic video game? Not DOS. Not DOS. You have DOSBox. You don't have to worry about that. You want to do classics? Linux with Wine. It works. How far buried is it? I'll bring it out so you guys can see it. My dick in a box. Let's see here. My original copy of Bad Mojo. Playable, by the way. One thing that might not work is this uses QuickTime. And There we go. This thing's a classic. This thing is awesome. Loaded with shareware. And it's not just repeats of, oh, it's the same game. We got 1,500 games on here, but they're all Tank or Breakout or, you know, Seek and Find or something. Yeah, no. 1,000 games, all different titles. And they're all shareware, which means essentially every single piece of software on this game, on this package here, is free until you have to pay for the full package for the game that you get on this thing. If I were to tally up how much developers were asking for games, you know, here's Undertale for $10. Oh, what? Oh, right now, Undertale is $2.50 right now. So, you know, there's that. There's Undertale. You know, right there, $2.49. Regular price is $10. Developers were asking like $40 for some of the games on here, each. And I probably can't see it. There's like a picture of a Doom clone on there on top. Everybody had to have their little Doom clone, except it wasn't Doom clone. It was technically Wolfenstein 3D clone. Yeah, that's how successful that was. This works on Linux. The installer package works on this thing, like the launcher package. Yeah, works. Insanity that a Windows program designed specifically for Windows works better on Linux than it does Windows. If I want to do that, I have to run a VM. Now, maybe there's a Wine program for Windows. That'd be fucking sweet. But yeah, that's Linux for you. And that might be our way of saving these old games that go on Windows, because we can still emulate. I have nothing against emulation. What I do have against is like developers just doing whatever they want. Edit this. I'm going to add the link to Stop Killing Games in the description. So, let's stop killing time. Let's play some Forza Motorsport Project Cars VR. That was intentional. Okay, now I'm using a program called ALVR to broadcast stream to this. I'm actually going to show you guys this because this is pretty cool. I'm already wired, I'm already set up, so there's not really much I can do. I just got to turn my headset on. It might crash, it might not, I don't know. I wanted to get the whole initiative thing out of the way, because if I have to restream, or if I have to restart the computer because Steam gets locked out, this is a big problem with ALVR, but this uses a lot less resources than Meta's link cable. For some reason, Meta's link cable software just keeps on sucking in more of my system memory, my system resources. It just sucks it right up till it's like 98% of my system memory. As soon as I close down the OVR server, Like, I can actually visually watch as it goes from like 54% to like 37% of system memory just for running that. I don't even have to have the VR headset on. Just having that server open and playing a game and then just closing it, yeah, it stores it, and I don't know what it's doing with it. But this system resources, if I look, let's see here, we are at 49% memory, but that's how Windows runs anyway. CPU still good. OBS Studio is taking up the most. VR dashboard from Steam VR. Let me see how much the VR by itself is taking it. I don't think it's doing anything. There's a OBR server, which is just running in the background, sitting idly. God, so many programs. Oh. Scenario. Slow. The LVR bash. 0.3% of memory. Just a dashboard running. Steam VR by itself sucks in more. So just having this up, you won't even notice it in your system resources. And it's so flexible in that you can set however much information you want to send through. Frame rate, resolution. There's a lot of stuff here you can tweak. Bit rate, buffering. So, and also, if you're using Linux, again, ALVR. Chances are Meta's not going to work too well with you. But ALVR is open source. It's free. Get it, download it, be happy. Got a few problems. You'll have to open up Steam from the dashboard here. So right here, restart Steam VR. I don't have to do that yet. The problem is that because you're opening it from here, it doesn't close out Steam VR very well. And another instance will be running. You try manually closing that down, what happens is it starts shutting down the port. It'll still say that the port is open. So when you try to re-engage, oh, well, this port's already being used because it still thinks Steam VR is open even though you closed it. So go through here, close out VR server. I noticed when I close out VR server, that clears up a lot of issues. You want to make it to where Steam is completely freshly opened again. So VR server, anything related to Steam VR, close it out, re-engage it. I'm going to shut the fuck up now. About 40 minutes in, which is about enough time to be talking about the stuff. Let's hope we got enough battery power. Let me get at least a good decent race in. Yeah, we'll be good. We'll be good. All right. Good. Okay. Here we go. Okay. on panic. When it panics, it basically just disables sound. Because I'm on that, I'll probably have to use that. Game capture. This is set. Okay. Audio, I haven't really tweaked yet. And one thing you'll notice, get this sweat skin. Such a good game. I was watching that. Here. I got a custom, oh. Then says howdy. Now, make sure chat is on my, every time I touch it, my hands go to, I have to turn that off. Cords over here. All right. Put the battery in. Okay. Audio. Good. We'll do a preliminary here. Give me the color. We're doing a preliminary because I'm very nervous about this. Oh yeah. Oh, that's loud. But maybe that's what I want. Seat belts. Oh. And that's at idle. got to do. What do I want to do with it? That's better. Check for drop frames. It looks pretty good so far. Warm on the TPU, but all right.
Go easy on the outlap. Tires and brakes are cold.
Oh yeah. Earbuds up. Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo-hoo-hoo. What am I doing? I can use the mirror, right? Let me look at the mirrors here. Oh yeah, I can. Woo! Did I drop frames? Okay. All right. That was preliminary. This is the tough one. Now what I want. Speed 8. I gotta get rid of a class here. There's a custom class. For me to get this working. There we go. For me to get this working, I can't remove the LMP 900 class because that's my class that I'm in. This is going to be a mix between my custom assigned grid. We're going to assign custom cars to the grid. Oh. Okay, here we go. Might work. Number 31. .2, I think. And go vintage. Tell you what, give me straights. Do that soon. Right now, we're going to the Grand Old. Nürburgring combined. Do I want speed 8 or I want the Audi R8? I think I want speed 8. Practice. Make this a little crazy. I don't know if the wheel weather thing works, but do it this. Oh dear God, no. Random and random. I can even customize this. start out clear. We'll make this, and then race. And if we're going to adjust this, look at all this. This is something you can't do in Project Cars 3. 4 hours. A birthday. Current date. At what time you want to start it? Summer, real weather. Okay, you know what? Random. Woohoo. Yeah, that's how customizable it is. I'm hoping it doesn't crash. I might put LMP in here just because it essentially ensures that it's gonna work. My face. Oh, I forgot a crucial component. Now I could chroma key this. Let's back up again. Oh, that helps. Okay. I think we're ready to rock and roll. Oh, no, we're not. Oh, okay. It shows up as ah. What's with that? Okay. It scared the shit out of me. Alright, I think we're ready to go. Oh, that's what hit me in the ass. Okay. Hit me in the ass because I love Jesus. Oh, I'm gonna hold. We're gonna hold. My tires aren't warm enough. Bye. Okay, you do whatever you gotta do, sweetheart. Oh, slow one. Ah! Yeah. Somebody wants around me really bad. I swear if that's a Ferrari, I'm gonna lose my shit. behind me. P1. I'm not going to try to compete with P1. Let's see something now. Tell you what I'm gonna do. Sorry, guys. I don't have enough cars with me. Yep, bigger track. That's better. Okay, we have a car accident right here.
Okay, steady on this outlet. The tyres will be cold and the brakes will knock up the temperature.
Even more cars. See that far in front of me? I don't want that far in front of me. I want that far behind me. He's in my class. I want him behind me. The problem is, well, this being a 24-hour race. Come on. Whoa! Flatting out here. So I'm drafting here. there's a car in front. You better get the fuck out of my way, bitch. Oof. Bitch. Going on our lap with this. Oh my god. Keep it on the road, bro. I don't know why you're braking early. I could have gone straight through that shit. You're supposed to catch me. I got new tires, didn't I? Okay. Don't need them. These tires are broken out yet. Oh, you son of a bitch! They better penalize his ass. Oh, I don't want that. I want... See here. Why they got a line the infield with a bunch of Ferraris in my class? There's me. Oh shit! Oh! Oh my god. Okay, so that was a McLaren. So I just need to go find a McLaren. The infinity symbol, that's the class is outside of mine. There he is. Now let's see how he fucks this up. Anyway, just a reminder, this is these are all stars, so every one of the cars in here, sorry, all the cars in here, save for the ones that are in my class, they're all Le Mans winners. So that's why there's a few cars in there, like the 300 SL, which has no business being in here. That 300 SL, slow as shit, but he won Le Mans, so welcome. Yeah, I was curious to see how many race cars the project cars had that were direct Le Mans winners, and see if I could do a whole set list of just solely Le Mans winners. There's our Ferrari. I have some power to get off the line here. These are so long.
You better come in. It looks like you've got some suspension damage, so we'll have to have a look at it.
You don't fucking say. Oh, here's a problem. I got rain coming. You see that shit? And I'm still on slicks. Oh, shit. The front end fell off, but it's still there. Oh my god, look at my wheel. Oh, this is gonna be fun. I'll tell you why it's gonna be fun. What do we got? Light rain, thunderstorm. Oh my god. Oh my god! I just wiped them out. My laptop's invalidated? Oh well. I don't think I gotta do. Oh my god. Oh. up and change them out. Oh my god, repairs gonna be a while. Oof. Oh. Drop frames. All right. All right. Yeah, don't mind me. I'm just gonna go ahead and drive right through you. We on what tires? Look at that. Gotta deal with windshield spray from cars in front of you. Oh, this guy's better than the rain. Even after the rain stops, the track's still going to stay wet, so I got to stay on wet tires so the track dries. Oh my god, this is, oh my god! I'm alright. Just a little bit of a concussion. This same fucking corner. Oh, great. Now I don't have headlights. Right in front of my car is gone. So that's not good. Oh my God. It's not even nighttime yet. It's just this dark out here. It's a storm. There's little pockets of water to hydroplane on, so yes, you can hydroplane. Well, we made it. Oh my god, car, what the fuck are you doing? Oh. Ugh. If I can just avoid fucking up. Obviously, I need more practice. So, you know how ZFT's got Zelda, I think Ribbon's got Resident Evil, and sometimes Tomb Raider. I want to be Raja Coast 2. I want to keep this game alive. We keep this game, keep interesting game, then most likely we're gonna have to archive it. Once it's on archive, sky's the limit. Open sourcing games are awesome. Look at that old as fuck car. Come on, get out of the way. He's actually going to try to race me. He's actually going to try to race me. He's actually going to try. You piece of shit, bro. Bro, you're not even in the same class, bro. Look at him. Look at him. You son of a bitch. Oh, that passed me still. That shit, whatever. Or we could do that, you piece of... Bye! Hey, we got through that corner. Now we're gonna go shit on another one. That was a hydroplane. We'll drive here. The curbs are a risk because curbs hold water. Those little curb spurts, yeah, they hold water. I haven't had a really good clean lap. Took a few. What is my lap time? Yeah, obviously I went first here. Where am I at? Where the hell am I at? Can't scroll down any further. Where I'm looking is getting obscured by raindrops. Oh my god. Which time? 30 minutes. God. 11 minutes. towards that corner again. On the side. Hi. 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 Hello. Fucking Group C. Holy shit. Just let him go, because try to trap fucking Ferrari. I see you over there, Ferrari, you piece of shit. There's GT1. Oh my god, they might duke it out. Oh god. Track is still very, very wet. I'm getting past it anyway. There's Christmas Ferrari. The line that I want, they're not going to give me. Oh, shit. Pretty sure I saw somebody in the grass. Oh my god. Ferrari up here. Should be faster. We are faster. No!
He's lost the wheel.
Wait, what is this? Oh. Well, where am I at on here? There I am. 26, that's not too bad. Alright, time to get out of the race car. I could drive up the track. Oh my god, I'm so out of shape. Replay, let's... Takes us back here. Thought there was a way to like watch them. Alright, tell you what I'm gonna do. I'm curious. I just worked. There's monitor. Oh, this is awesome. Hi. Pretty good view from up here, huh? Take a piss over the railing. technically my favorite car, like ever. See what he sees, which is everything. Oh, uh, uh. Oh. Oh my God, it's not even 11 o'clock yet. Oh, I've got to get in shape. Oh my God. It's a fan over here. Yeah, here we go. I've got fan there and a fan there and a fan there, all blowing on me. I don't feel a thing. I don't feel a single thing of it. Oh, I feel like I'm about to pass out. My face is dripping sweat. It's exercise. Believe me, it's exercise. That's why I keep doing this, because it's like, you know, it's an endurance. Even when you're not driving the race car per se, you are still your eyes, your brain. Definitely, your brain has to process what's happening, and your brain can't. You know, if you're not consciously aware. Social media's here. Anyway. Want to go back in? No. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Click that notification bell. Share. Promote. Pass it to all your friends. I don't know, all those hoops YouTube wants you to jump through. What else I gotta play? I got a few other. Oh, yeah, that's right. Crash Bandicoot. Maybe a game that doesn't involve putting a VR headset on my face, because, you know, VR, I can do it for about 2 hours. I mean, that's just it. I mean, sorry, about 50 minutes, but that was me doing a lot of racing and can't see shit. Can't see a thing. Where's the road? Don't know. Can't see it. Oh my God, Ken Miles. How the hell? Carol Shelby. How the hell? Mm. All right. I'm wrapping it up. I will see you guys real soon. Watch this. I'll probably be right back into VR doing VR chat or something. I don't know. Probably not. I need to get off of that. I need to do some more Linux things. Don't want to showcase that off sometime too. I got that installed. Maybe show Windows 98 build I got going on. That would be pretty cool. I finally got that. I got a hard drive installed with basically max capacity of what FAT32 allows. So 128 gigabytes on a Windows 98. The entirety of Windows takes up like 345 megabytes. So yeah, I think that's gonna be pretty decent size for for all the programs that I can put on there. In the meantime, I will see you guys real soon. Good night, everybody.